Hello everyone! Welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. Man, I love that commercial. I don't know about you guys, but I always smile when I see that. And not just because I made it. I mean, part of that is obviously it's close to my heart, but it just makes me smile. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So glad to see you all. Even if you're watching the replay, please drop into the comments and say hello at the very least. If this is your first time joining, welcome. My name's Ed. I'm your host, and I am your business strategist and tech expert. I like to say I'm a tech-savvy business strategist. It just sounds cooler. I don't know. And I help you basically maximize your time and utilize the technology with your business, like really helping you get what you need done with not having to spend so much time trying to be frustrated and figuring out things. Like, that's my job. So anyway, there's that. As you can see, edtroxel.com is my website for those who are new. And in today's episode, it's going to be a short one, so you're going to want to share this out and tag your friends and let them know. We're going to do a quick random news, and then we'll jump into today's content because I'm kind of on a time schedule today. And I also have a very exciting blog post that's going to be tied to this. So before I get too far into it, let me just say that this is exciting. Some of you have been following the show since January, when we first launched in January, and we've been up until September, we were going live 5 days a week, which is awesome. I can totally handle that, and I love it. But last week, and then this is our second week doing it, we decided to switch things up a little bit and try going live once a week with the idea of being able to maximize our social media / website content strategy, if you will. So I'm trying some new things. You're going to see them come out slowly, and one of them is doing the show once a week. However, having a blog post to go with it. So after this episode, I'm going to put the link in the comments once I push the blog post live, because it's not live at the moment. Once this episode's over, I'm going to push this live on my website. It will be on the blog. You can search for it. You can click the link that I'll have in the post above, as well as in the comments later, so that way you can go to it, because it's going to show you examples of what I'm going to talk about and how you can get your Facebook business page posts seen more. And I'm going to have examples as well as the tutorial, the how-to there. So keep that in mind. I'll remind you at the end. Let's jump into random news here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me get on the right tab first. So with random news, we have Wendy's is offering free cheeseburgers. There's a catch. There's always a catch, right? They're offering free cheeseburgers until September 30th, so you still have time. I am not a fast food guy, so I am not going to jump on this, but some of you guys might. But here's the catch, and I want you to let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, is this a smart business move? Mickey, just in time, perfect. Is this a smart business move for Wendy's? So until September 30th, you can get a free Dave's single burger in addition to any other purchase, but the catch is that you have to use their mobile app to order. So you have to order something using their mobile app, and you'll get a free Dave's single burger. I have no idea what Dave's single burger is. I'm guessing he's the founder. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Is that, because it is National Cheeseburger, National Cheeseburger Day 2018 is coming on Tuesday. Yeah, today, that's what I thought. Today is National Cheeseburger Day. Awesome. How many of you guys are going to get a burger? How many of you already had a burger? But do you think that that's a smart move? Being able to offer something free if you use their mobile app. I don't know. Think about it. Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. I like the idea that they're having that incentive. It basically, if you think about it, for us online business owners, it's the same thing as email freebie, right? Email marketing. If you sign up for my newsletter, you're going to get this for free, right? Speaking of, if you're not on my newsletter, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to get on there. edtroxel.com. You can click on, actually, I'll just pop it in the comments for you right here. I'll make it easy. Because you want to get on there. It's free. You get some training. I give you some free training, and we get to know each other, but you also stay up to date, because you can like and follow my page here on Facebook, but let's be honest, Facebook's probably not going to show you all the goods, but you will be able to once you're on my newsletter. Mickey says, sure, great idea. Gets you to download the app, so more likely to go back. Yep. And we all know how convenient. I have my phone charging. I was going to grab my phone, but instead I grabbed pens. We all know how convenient having an app on our phone is, Amazon, where we can just tap and order, right? Starbucks, Amazon is probably our number one. That is very addicting because we're like, oh, let's search for it. Boom, there it is. Add to cart, processed, boom, I'll see you on Tuesday. Like, it's just crazy. So being able to get people more comfortable with the Wendy's app because it's new is going to be very helpful for Wendy's. And I'm guessing Dave's Single Burger is probably a famous one for them. I'm just going to guess with that in mind. That's probably one of their most popular ones that they're giving away for free if you use the app. So it's interesting. So think about that. Now, let's talk about Facebook business pages. First off, how many of you guys are using a Facebook business page? You may not be using it right this moment. That's okay in the comments. But how many of you guys have a Facebook business page? Let me know, even if you're watching the replay. And if you have one, how many of you are regularly, I know that's a loaded word, regularly. How many of you are regularly posting on your business page? Be honest. Be honest. There's no right or wrong answer here. Don't worry about that. Hopefully video is good for you, Stephanie. Might have to refresh your page. So how many of you guys have a business page and how many of you are posting regularly? Tabitha says, I don't yet, but in the to-do list. I love it. I love that it's on the to-do list. You know what? That almost makes me more happy that it's on the to-do list than you having it. I don't know. I know that sounds weird saying it out loud, but I'm really excited about that it's on your to-do list and it's not just something that you just randomly created. That's what I'm trying to say. I cross-post from Instagram business page to my Facebook. Perfect. Mickey says, yep, got Facebook business page, post regularly. Okay, cool. Stephanie can see me now. Awesome. So here's the crazy thing. I'm looking down at my notes because I want to make sure I hit all the points today. You have a business page? Perfect. And how many of you guys, from those of you who have a business page, even if you're watching the replay, how many of you are happy? Let's do this, a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being least happy, 10 being most happy. On a scale from 1 to 10, how many of you guys are happy with the reach your posts get? Meaning the amount of people that get to see and interact with your posts. Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being really unhappy, 10 being really happy. What is it? Drop the number in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. I'm going to take a look at my notes here for making sure we stay on point here. I want to know because, as many of you who followed me have known, like sometimes my Facebook posts are huge reach, like 200 plus. And some, which are even better than those ones that have gotten the 200 plus, get 10 reach. And I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy. Especially ones like I've shown on the show here before, where I've shared somebody else's post that was so good, and then I added a personal message about it, and barely anything. But then I would share a link that takes you away from Facebook, and it got a ton of reach. Like, it's all this, like, it's just a roller coaster, right? For scale 1 to 10, how happy am I with post reach? 3, Mickey says. So yeah, I will tell you guys, I would probably 4 for most, and some have 7 reach. Yeah. So I will say most of us are probably going to fall in. And by the way, this is good for Tabitha and everyone else who does not have a business page yet. This is good for you to know, okay? And I want you to know at the end of the day, everyone tuning in right now, I want you to understand, the one thing I don't want you to do is not post on your business page. That's the one thing I don't want you to not do. Does that make sense? So in other words, whatever you leave with today, just know that posting to your business page consistently is key and what you need to do. It doesn't matter how much reach you get or don't get. You just need to do your job, which is show up, deliver, and engage. I just want to make sure I put that out there. Okay, so for the most part, many of us are probably going to be under 5 on that scale of 1 to 10 for the reach that I was talking about. Even if you're watching the replay, tune in, let me know. But I'm going to guess most of us are under 5. We're real close to the unhappy part because most of our posts don't get a ton of reach. And you know, I was thinking about this last week and I thought, okay, how because I'm doing this whole new content strategy system. I'm testing it out, and I'm trying to maximize my time because that's what I do with my clients, right? I help small business owners like yourself go through and figure out how we can maximize their time, set up systems and processes to really create an even flow and to really maximize the content. Like, because you guys, we're all producing so much content on a daily basis, and sometimes we're like, oh, I don't know what to talk about or what to share. You've already done it. You just don't realize that it's actually been done already, that you just have to repurpose it and make some edits here and there. And that's where I come in and help. And so I was thinking about this last week when I was working on my newsletter, and I was thinking, okay, how can I control the situation? Because let's think about it, right? We use Facebook, which is not ours. It's not our platform. So we can't control what Facebook does. So we're out of control in that sense. However, we can control when we show up and deliver our content, right? And of course engage, but we're going to focus on these two. We can go through and focus on that. So we have to deliver that content. That's what we're in control of. We're not in control of Facebook and what it does with that content. However, we can take it to the next level and take our Facebook posts and put them back on our website. What? I'm going to let that sit for a second. You can take your Facebook posts and put them back on your website. What do you guys think about that? I'm not even going to say any more for a second, and I just want you to think about that, even if you're watching the replay. What do you think about that? Are some of you guys already doing that? I don't know. Maybe you are. It's pretty techy, so you might be. And if you are, that's huge, and you should be celebrating that. Moving my chair there. So when it comes to, yeah, Stephanie's like, what? So this is what I want to remind you guys. I'm going to explain it right now, but I wanted to remind you that there's going to be a blog post that's going to accompany this video over on my website. And I will put the link in the comments after it uploads, because I have to upload it to my website. And I will put it in the title of this post as well, because I've already created the blog post. It's already done. I created it yesterday. But I needed to finish with this live. Making the connection there, seeing what I did. So what will happen is I'm going to explain it here, but I'm going to show you in the blog post. Oh, anybody picking that up? Huh? So let's talk about this. So, and don't worry about trying to mentally figure this all out right now. Again, you'll be able to see visuals in the blog post with steps 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just giving you the breakdown right now. So in order to get your Facebook posts seen more through Facebook, you first need to share them just like you normally would. You can do a Facebook Live like I'm doing right now, where you'll be able to share your newsfeed. So for instance, let me back up for a second. Let me just see. Mickey says, I repost from Facebook to my webpage because I'm a Hey Ed community member and Ed taught us that. Yes! Thank you, Mickey. For those who don't know, Hey Ed is my monthly membership. It's a business and tech support community. I have a ton of resources and trainings that I do. I'm in there daily. I literally am there almost every minute of the day. That's where you need to be if you have any questions around tech or business, or if you have any struggles. I will tell you right now, I will help you with that once you're a Hey Ed member. And you get so much more. And if you're on the fence, let me know, because I'm telling you, I can help. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about anything else besides joining. I'm telling you. And you can see by Mickey and others, it literally helps everyone. So just putting that out there. Anyway, yes, Tabitha says, that's, how's that for repurposing content, right? Right? I'm telling you. Yes, so Stephanie, there'll be visuals. Tabitha says I have plans for Hey Ed once I launch. Nice! I'm super excited for you. I can't wait. And yes, and for those who are kind of like, oh, I'm waiting, but you're still struggling, reach out to me and let's have a conversation. I want you to feel comfortable about whatever purchases you make with me, but I also don't want you to wait too long, right? That's not just for you, Tabitha, that's anybody who tunes in and watches me, because what I normally will run into is people have waited so long, and then they finally do it, and they're like, why did I wait so long? I went through all this time, and I spent all this money doing XYZ, and I'm like, I wish I was a fly on the wall to help you back then, but I wasn't. So just putting that out there for everyone. But let me show you what I mean about utilizing Facebook Live, and then I'll explain the blog post thing. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick here. I just need to check my messages. Okay, perfect. So let's go to number 3. So here's one thing you can do, and this is a visual I'm going to show you. One thing you can do is go live on your business page and do a weekly roundup of your post through a live broadcast. For example, hey everyone, welcome to my live. I just wanted to go over XYZ. Here on my business page, you might have missed a couple of posts, and I wanted to talk about them because they're really important for XYZ. In this post, we talked about blah, blah, blah. In this post, we talked about blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? Like, utilize Facebook Live, because why? Facebook Live is the favored way of posting, meaning Facebook will give that more reach than anything else because they want you to go live. So why not recap what you've posted on your page? It's there so people can see the actual post, and then they can see the live. So that's something that you can do right off the bat. The other thing that I am mentioning here is a blog post roundup, which means that you would be able to then take each post, and again, there'll be a blog post on this that has the actual visuals for you, but just bear with me for a minute. You'll be able to take each post individually and pop them onto your website and have a blog post. Now, ask me, why would you want to do that? Why is that important to put it on your blog? Yes, see, Stephanie? Weekly Roundup Live, right? Why not? We have our newsletters that we do. Mine's weekly, so I do a weekly roundup for my newsletter and share with you guys, what I'm up to, what tips I might have for you, what episodes I had for Ed Talk TV and for the podcast. Everything's right there in one email. And we've been doing that forever, right? In our email marketing strategies. Why aren't we doing that with our social media strategies? It's just something fun that we can start doing. How do we go live with screen sharing? Oh, perfect question. And why is it important? Thank you, Tabitha. We'll get to that. Real quick, Stephanie, for screen sharing, you have to use a third-party program. So, for instance, I'm using what's called Ecamm Live, which you can find. I'll put this in the notes right here. You can find it on my tools page for anybody who's interested. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure it's tools. Yeah, with an S. Okay. So let me put that in here. So that's in the comments for anybody who's watching the replay or listening to the replay. You'll be able to look up Ecamm Live. It's a Mac program. If you have a PC, you'll want to use BeLive.tv. That's the most popular one. Then you can do screen sharing just like I'm doing, or very similar to what I'm doing. Tabitha says, why is that important to take our Facebook page posts and put them on our blog? Well, it's important because, one, they're not going to get seen on Facebook all the time. And two, Google's not indexing that under us, right? Meaning search engine optimizations, SEO. But on our website, Google will find us if we are consistent and we post on our website. See, if we just create a page, it's just there and we edit when new things come up. But the whole reason there's a blog tied to your website is because it should provide constant updates, right? Think of a blog as a news feed. Okay, let's make the connection between Facebook and blog websites. Facebook news feed, blog, website, blog. Same thing. The blog and the news feed are the same thing, essentially. It's just easier to post on Facebook because there's less techie stuff to get in the way. But what's really cool about taking your posts from Facebook, putting them on your website, is you create a blog post. So there's your content. You can edit and add some more content there if you like. That will help with your Google search, so that way you can start showing up more in Google so people can find your website. And you're also going to get people to browse your website because they're on your site, not Facebook. They're not getting distracted by everything on Facebook. They're on your website, getting distracted with your stuff. And then you have people staying on your page longer, which helps with all of your Google Analytics and everything. You see like the bigger picture here? So a lot of you are posting what I consider blog content on your business page. You're posting these awesome articles, you're posting these awesome like copy that's like paragraphs long, which are great, but here's the thing. They're not helping you. Sure, you may get a like, you may get a comment, you may get shares, which is great, but that's it. It just stops. Go put that on your website. Copy and paste that into a blog post if you don't want to take the whole Facebook post, like whatever works, but get that on your website so that you can then start having content on your site and start being able to show up more in the Google search engines and things like that. Now, again, that takes time, so don't be like, okay, Ed, I did this for 2 days or I did this for a month and I'm not showing up, in all these places. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it. This is just a small piece, but every little bit helps, right? So I'm going to check the comments real quick. So many ideas I haven't even thought of. Yes, perfect, Stephanie. Hey, Deepa, welcome. Awesome. See, Deepa's got it too. I love that you guys had the great feedback. Tabitha was telling me the countdown clock was there. Deepa saying the title was good. It got her to click. I love that. So, like I said, what I'm telling you guys here is also most of it, because I gave you bonus in this video, so you want to tell your friends to watch the video too. But I'm going to have a blog post that I'm going to push live this evening. Probably give me like an hour after this show to go ahead and do that. I'll share in the comments the link as well as in the post above. But the blog post will have more. It will show you the visuals of how to take your posts from Facebook and put them on your website. And it shows you the examples that I built into that blog post. Now, again, just to kind of recap here, what you want to do is you want to start taking the content that you're sharing on social media, in this case, Facebook, and you want to start putting that on your website as a blog post. You've already created the content. Now you're just going to put it on your site so that people can discover you and engage with you there. Again, don't worry about the numbers in terms of how many people see the post on Facebook, how many people comment on your blog. We don't care about that right now. I mean, we do, but we don't. What we care about is utilizing the content that we're putting out there and putting it in the right places so that it can be seen. Now, those who are inside HeyEd, or if you become a HeyEd member, you'll also be able to connect with some of the training that we've done recently, which we just did one on Medium and how to maximize your blog post and get those seen more. So see what I just did? We went from Facebook posts to blog posts to another service. But we didn't have to do that much work because I show you how to do all that. So think about that. Be sure to share this with your friends because I'll tell you right now, a lot of people aren't going to see this video. They're not going to know about the blog posts. So share that out once you're over there. And I want you to do me a favor. When you check out the blog post, leave me a comment on the blog post. This is a test. I want to see how many of you guys drop a comment on the blog post. And let me know what your thoughts are, how you're going to if you're going to implement this, if the blog post was easy to follow, if you have recommendations, feedback, all of that. I don't care. Just drop some kind of comment to let me know that you stopped by, so that way I know. Stephanie says, and this is for your own content, not content that you are sharing / repurposing, right? Yeah, all of your content. This is all for your content, and you'll see actually on my blog post that I've shared. Let me make sure I don't confuse some of you guys. In the blog post, you're going to see that some of my Facebook posts are ones I created completely myself, and there are also ones that I've shared but had added my own commentary. Does that make sense? So there was an article that I found on Facebook, and I was like, oh, that's really important for my followers to know about. And then I added to the post, and so I took all of that and put it into my blog post. So I know there's a lot. We covered a lot. Like I said, you're going to be walking away like, oh man, there's a lot here. I'm kind of like all over the place. Don't worry. keep your notifications turned on. I'm going to pop in the comments. Give me about a half hour to an hour to get the blog post up and ready for you. I'll share the link in the comments. I'll put it in the post above, and then you go check it out. And then be sure to drop me a comment on the blog so that I know that you stopped by. Awesome. Hey, Whitney, or Whit, and thanks for the invitation, Tabitha. Awesome. So glad that you guys joined. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, even if you're watching the replay. I hope this was helpful, and like I said, it will make more sense once you actually see the blog post. And of course, you can always watch this replay and break things down because we covered a lot. If you need anything, you know where to find me, edtroxel.com. And until next week, I will see you guys later. All right, take care.